taxes will necessarily go up going forward. One of the biggest ways they're going to, and it's for all you real estate investors out there, and this is one of if not really my favorite asset class is real estate. Bitcoin's really making a run for it now, though, especially after this. But real estate property taxes are going to go up. There's only so many ways they can make you pay for this insanity, this absolute insanity they're putting us through in this world. If you really believe what's going on, the medical issues that are going on right now are so bad, are so incredibly bad, then you must be willing to lock down the entire world and not take a damn dollar from anyone or anything. Because when you're taking a dollar from the government, you're stealing it out of the future. You're stealing prosperity from the future, from yourself in the future, from your kids, from your grandkids, pulling it into the present and saying, I need it now. It's more important than you in the future. That's exactly what you're saying. So if you're telling me it's that bad and we can't step outside, then you damn well better believe, and you're going to take that dollar, you're going to take that cash to live right now. You have it saved for a rainy day. You haven't done the things that we've all been taught for years to do. And you're going to say that that's the case, then you better not either take a dollar or it better be that bad that we all better be dying when we step out that door. That's the difference. And because we have chosen this route of we want our cake and eating it too, we want to be half pregnant. We want to be our foot in the, half in the door, half wet. Now, guess what? We're going to pay the piper. And because of that, taxes are going to go up. You real estate owners, property taxes are going to go up. They're restructuring with LIBOR, SOFR, everything going on right now. They are structuring in the background. They will, the Ken McElroys of the world, the Robert Kiyosaki's, every real estate guru that you see. And I love these guys. I love a lot of these guys. And, take as much fixed rate debt as possible, all that stuff. Who's to say they're not going to restructure that? They're changing. This has been done in the past in many countries. They are doing it. They're trying to do it right now and rewrite the ability to restructure loans and mortgages and credit card debt going forward. When this reset happens, which we are in a reset, there's no doubt about we are in a reset. That it absolutely could and probably will happen. Fixed rate debt, variable rate debt for sure. Fixed rate debt, they are making it so they can restructure your loans, your mortgages. And then, remember, you will own nothing, rent everything, and be happy. And I guarantee it, if they start doing that and taking your homes from you, and you got mom and dad's pension fund, the 401k, the index, or whatever it is, the private equity fund, the hedge fund coming in, buying your homes, buying everything up because you couldn't, that ain't going to be a happy day. Just to sell it back to you in a pension, in a mutual fund, that's not going to be a fun day. So prepare now. Bitcoin. Well, even your IRA, that's what, you see a lot of people even now, even IRA companies or Bitcoin companies, whatever it might be, or real estate promoting, oh, hey, you don't want to pay capital gains taxes? Guess what? Just put in here and then in 10, 30, if you have a couple years left, maybe that makes sense to possibly do it. But, 5, 10, 15, 30 years, no, outlast the system. The system's not going to be, they're going to raid everything. The 401k, the pensions, the IRAs, tax-free, the Roth IRA, that's not going to be here. Come on. 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, they need more cash than is even available currently. Available at 100% tax rate. So how in the world are they going to do that? They're going to inflate. They have to keep printing currency and destroying your dollar, and they're going to take in every way possible those tax-free shelters, whatever it may be. They're going to come after realized gains. They're going to try to come after those things. So what is the best way? Brandon, what's the best way to do? Well, taking out that debt, but owning tons of Bitcoin, gold, and silver, owning real estate, being able to pay that off when that wealth changes and all of a sudden that transfer has happened and then they're coming after you eventually, but then your other assets, your Bitcoin, your gold and silver has gone up to the moon and they're wanting your unrealized capital gains and they're wanting you to pay them. They're exorbitant 10x on property taxes all of a sudden overnight. Then you're lending against it. You're either selling those things or you're lending against them. Hopefully you're lending against them. And that takes care of the capital gains because if unrealized capital gains, if you're lending against it, there's nothing there. There's no gain. You're lending against it, paying off your property taxes, your gold and silver, or whatever it might be. You're paying in the depreciating dollars or currency, paying your debts off, paying your mortgages, paying your restructured debts, paying whoever off to live. And you're using that asset as that tool instead of having a ton of, it's a great entity protection mechanism too. You know, if a creditor or someone comes after you, again, it's another form of protection, just like having an LLC on your assets or a trust or something like that. Having no equity on your assets, people can't come after. What are they going to come after? There's no equity. It's just like a short sale on your house or something. You know, the bank is the one taking a hit. The lender's the one taking a hit, not you. You know, your credit might get dinged, but who cares? If there's World War III going on or, you know, the zombie apocalypse, are you going to really care about, you know, a few years of the ding on your credit? No, right? You beat them at their own game. They're playing this game behind your back, behind all of our backs. They are the ones going and meeting in Davos. They're the ones restructuring the debts, restructuring contracts, rewriting everything behind our backs. Beat them at their own game. Buy the assets that are going to go up in value as they keep destroying everything we have done and built. Keep beating them at their own game. That is all I can say. What a sweeter way to go about life than to beat them at their own game. And then when that wealth has transferred and it's time to go in and actually purchase income producing real estate, when you can buy the proverbial whole block of commercial real estate with 25 ounces of gold, or, you know, buying with one Bitcoin an entire city block or 10 city blocks with one Bitcoin. That'll be a fun day. That'll be a really, really fun day, beating them at their own game. Because even them, even the elites aren't going to do much of that. They're going to be in their you know, fraternities. They're going to be in their clubs, you know, doing these things in general together, you know, maybe, but a lot of them don't even understand, don't even have the wherewithal to be able to do this individually. So beat them at their own game. Keep accruing fixed rate debt, good debt that's producing income, hopefully, and accruing assets, and then lend against those assets like your whole life insurance policy or your like gold and silver or Bitcoin, and lend against those eventually when you need to live your lifestyle, or to then go buy more income producing real estate or other income producing assets like businesses when things have really shifted. So beat them at their own game. That is the moral story today. Do not believe the garbage that's coming out of every orifice of society. Do your own thinking, do your own homework, get smarter, beat them at their own game.